Hi everyone and welcome back to Maths and Physics with Mr. Simons. Today's grade 12 sequence and series lesson. We're looking at solving equations given sigma notation. So we know now, we've shown you in the previous lessons how to evaluate and get the sum for sigma. Now we're giving you the value of the sum and we either want the value of r or n. Alright, so let's look at the problems. Find the value of n if given r equal to 1 and n, so there r is 1 equal to 295. So I'm going to find my first three terms. I have 3 times 1 plus 13, which gives me 16. Then r becomes 2, so 3 times 2 plus 13, 13 plus 6 gives me 19. Then 3 times 3, which gives me 9, plus 13 gives me 22. Right, so 19 minus 16 gives me 3, 22 minus 19 gives me 3. So my first term is 16 and I'm dealing with common difference. Therefore we have a arithmetic sequence. So the sum to n terms equal n divided by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 times t. Sum to n terms now is given there is 295. n over 2a is 16. 2 times 16. And t equal 3, so then in the place of t I have 3. 3 times n would give me 3n. 3 times minus 1 gives me negative 3. 2 times 16 would give me 32. And this denominator I multiply away, so 295 times 2. Remember it's n divided by 2. So to get rid of division, I multiply by 2. So 295 times 2, which gives me 590. Right? 32 minus 3 would give me 9, 29. So I'm left with 3n plus 29 and n. n times 3n would give me 3n squared. n times 29n. And then 590 if I take it over, minus 590. Now we're required to factorize this. Now if you get stuck here, you're allowed to use the quadratic formula. But 3 is a prime number, so it can only be 3n times n. And 590, 59 times 10 gives me 590. But 59n minus 30. 30 times negative 10 gives me negative 30, gives me plus 29n. So therefore 3n equal negative 59 or n equal 10. Right, n cannot equal negative 59 over 3. Remember, n must be an element of natural numbers. So my answer here is 10. So term 10 here, sum of 10 terms would give me a value of 295. Let's look at the second problem. Determine the value of n if t equal 1 to n. So we have 3, 5t minus 1 equal 292,968. So again, my first three terms, if I put in 1, 1 minus 1 gives me 0. Anything to the power 0 is 1. 1 times 3 stays 3. For term 2, t becomes 2. So 2 minus 1 gives me 1. It gives me 5 to the power 1 times 3. So 5 times 3 is 15. Alright, if we go to the next term, which is term 3, that becomes 5. 3 minus 1, which gives me 2. 5 squared, which is 25 times 3, then is 75. So my first term here is 3, r 15 divided by 3, which gives me 5. So sum to n terms equal a, rn minus 1, r minus 1. Sn equal 292,968. A is 3. The r was 5 to the power n minus 1, 5 minus 1. So 5 minus 1 is 4. To get rid of division, I use multiplication. So 292,968 times 4 equal 3, 5n minus 1. That multiplied would give me 1,171,872 equal 3 times 5n minus 1. Then I'm going to divide by 3. So 117,1872 divided by 3 gives me 390. 624 equal 5n minus 1. Take 1 across, gives me 390. 625 equal 5n. So they have a base of 5 to the power n, so I have to write this also as a base 5. So 5 to the power 8 gives me 390, 625 equal 5 to the power n. Bases are the same, so I can drop them and then equal to 8. Alright, so I hope you follow. That is now just solving the equation and finding the value of n or r, or whichever letter we decide to use, right, for the top. Right, so I hope we're together. God bless. Bye.